Facebook page. But now check out Jennifer Coffey, who's got another gorgeous 2 hours coming your way right now. Hi, Jen. You look beautiful.
Hey, thank you. Seriously, do you have, so you still have the chocolate in that ring available?
Yeah.
That you just presented? Okay, I'm in. Size 6.
Do we? Oh yeah, we still have size 6. Yeah.
That is the
$14.
first of what will be. I know, this is ridiculous. Hey, I'm over there. I am chatting actually off in the distance there with Nancy, who looks so lovely, and I had so much fun watching her. And now I get to not just shop, but I get to spend time with you. My name is Jennifer Coffey, and we will continue on. I know a lot of you have been waiting for the big Bonanza Silver Sale, 20 hours on air, and even more than that online. I've got not one, but 2 picks in my 2 hours, because you know I can't just narrow it down to one. And of course, we've got the big Today Special Value, so let's dive right in and take a look at what we've got coming up. The first of my 2 picks is indeed a timepiece. It's an Ecclesi watch featuring Druzy quartz, and that's that stone that we love so much for its sparkle, its vividness, its life, its color. Your easy pay now for the first time is $35.96, but your easy pay opportunity does go away at the end of the day. There is no reorder on this timepiece, and you are now saving, right, because it's the big sale day, $60 off of the QVC price. It's available in platinum, blue, black, and I am wearing it in the rose. Love that. All right, a little bit later, we will have the biggest value of the day, and it is this gorgeous Rolo Link bracelet in 3 sizes, but I want to make sure you know, regardless of your size choice, 6 3/4, 7 1/4, or 8 inch, it is the same price across the board. 2 easy payments of $39.93. More than 5,800 of you have already dialed in for this classic that is going to become a staple in your jewelry wardrobe. In fact, the last time we presented a Rolo Link bracelet as a Today's Special Value was over 10 years ago. And if it's been around that long, you know it's a timeless classic that you'll enjoy for years to come. And then my second pick of the show is actually a choice of earrings or bangle bracelet. And it features 3 rows of beautiful pave glitter that is hand applied and sealed so that even if you get it wet, it stays right where it is. I've been reading the reviews on this choice of, and you say again and again, bye-bye diamonds, because this looks like crunched up diamonds drenched in gold. 4 easy payments if you're choosing the earrings of anywhere from $18.50 to I believe $19, and then you have your choice of bangle in the average or large. 4 easy payments goes away at the end of the day. And now we are ready to rock. I tell you, anytime I go more than like 3 days without doing a jewelry show, I start to get like really antsy because I love spending time with you and I love spending time with Pretty Sparklies, and when the entire day is on sale, extra happiness here. Let's dive right in. And you know, we always dive right in with a knock it out of the park, huge wow, big savings, $33.96. Here we go. This is your elongated polished drop earring in sterling silver. And what's amazing to me is that we didn't just give you a simple sterling silver hoop at $33 and change. We gave you this gorgeous, organic, fluid look in sterling silver that looks as though you took a very large drop of sterling silver and you just kind of let it suspend and hang in air and then froze it in time. And look how thick that is, by the way, from side to side. I'm going to drop my ruler in and give you a length because it's definitely one of those earrings that when you first look at it, you think, what is that, like 2 inches? But from top to bottom, you're looking at about 1.5 inches. And I've tried these on before myself and can tell you that they are very lightweight as well. And this is a left-right design, but just barely. In other words, you can see how they kick out just a little bit to the side. You want them to be worn just like this so that they kind of shape and frame the face like this, and they twist just a little bit. But when I turn them this way, and of course you'll see them on our lovely model as well, that you get a lot of reflection there, a lot of surface area, so that there's nothing but shine and sparkle. And this will be the case with all of our sterling silver, because remember, not all silver is the same. And when it's high polished and reflective like this, you get the most bang for your buck. Because the 18 inch is 3 easy payments of $46.33, and the 20 inch, which boasts almost 40 grams of silver, 39 grams to be exact, 3 easy payments of $53. Depending on what you choose, you are saving up to $53 now off of the QVC price. And this isn't just a simple sterling silver band in a bracelet or a necklace. What you've got here is a woven. but a very bold and thick woven as well. So what you're seeing here in the center, and do you see how it's kind of domed out and there's lift to it? You've got 2 links that braid together in the center, and then another set of 2 links that lace on the outside of that inner braiding, so that it has a lift and a doming to it, even gorgeous on the interior. And on both the necklace and the bracelet, you're going to have an oversized senorita clasp there, which makes it very, very easy to put on and off yourself. All right, got to give you a heads up, though, that the bracelet now is in very limited quantities in both lengths, the 7 1/4 inch and the 8 inch. And remember, you've got a 3 easy pay opportunity that, and you'll hear me say this a lot, that will go away at the end of our visit. And there's no reorder on almost everything in the show. So we're looking at limited quantities. And you know what? I always say at 4 in the morning, hey, Deanna's with us too. Oh my gosh. All of our gals are just jaw droppers. Hey, Deanna. But I have to say, you know, these limited opportunities at 4 a.m., I feel like we get like the extra good deals for those of you who kind of stay up late or wake up early with us. And here's an opportunity. So if you want that bracelet, oh my gosh, do I like those two together. If you want the bracelet, less than $20 is your easy pay for the 7 1/4, $23 for the 8 inch, but those are going quickly. And the necklace, 3 easy payments of $46 and change, or $53. By the way, these are Turkish made. And I call this out, and you will probably already know if you shop our gold, that Turkish designers, the ones that we go to, known for their wovens and their weaves. And as you can see on Deanna, and you'll see on yourself, that it all comes together to turn into like fluid liquid silver and drapes beautifully on the neckline or on the wrist, which is a whole lot easier said than done. Because to take this many lengths, here, I'll show you on the necklace too, although it's the exact, oh, good thing, because the bracelet is completely gone. It's easier said than done. You've got thick links of sterling silver. And so you can't just do anything with that. Otherwise, it would lift up off the collarbone more like an omega or choker style and would have a completely different look. Look what happens as I'm showing this to you. Of course, it's on my hand. You'll be wearing this on the neck. But do you see what fluidity this has? You'll appreciate this when you get it home and wear it, because you'll find it just does this on the neckline, on the collarbone. The 18 inch now is at last call, almost gone. And remember, we sold out in the bracelet. In the 20 inch, I've only got 3 dozen remaining, and that is it. Lock in that 3 easy pay, because at the end of our sale, the easy pay goes away. So whenever I have a jewelry show, and my producer is the lovely Erica, we do not just my pick of the show, we do the producer's pick of the show. This is Erica's pick of the show. She nearly snatched it right off my fingers when I was upstairs talking with her. True story. What you're looking at, though, and this is probably another reason why Erica's going to be picking up the phone, you don't have to choose. That is the set of all 3 with black spinel solitaires at $69.82. All sterling silver, but you get a yellow and rose gold plated over sterling silver in your set of 3. Stack, enjoy, have fun, and let me just taunt Erica a little bit by showing it to you right here. Lovely, have fun. Okay, so now we are going to kick things up a little bit and start to incorporate our gold. Because even though it is a sterling silver day and we're spotlighting all of our favorites in sterling silver, we're also giving a lot of love to our silver presentations, which feature gold as well. And that is the case on this one, which, as gorgeous as it is looking at it this way, is actually backwards. And let's turn it around and show you the big wow, which is the marcasite. So what you've got here are 4 different bands or hoops of sterling silver, 3 of which are coated in 14-karat rose gold. But really the star of the show is that center band, which, while it has a really beautiful beadwork on the outside, features stone after stone after stone of faceted marcasite. And then you'll notice again that marcasite is also on the bail. And I'll turn it to the side to show you the size of that bail, to show you that you have room for a little bit of a thicker chain there, but really is there to give you that dangle and that length. And if you're curious, yes, you're also getting the 18-inch sterling silver and rose gold plated chain. And what a fresh and different combination of metals, of precious metals, but also in that gemstone, which I feel we don't see as often as we should. Because, I don't know, it has all the life, really, of a black spinel. and you know, the sparkle and the shine of like your clearer stones incorporated together from bail to bottom. You're looking at just under 1 3/4 of an inch there, and then from side to side, let's give you a measurement, a little bit over like 1 1/4 inches there from side to side at its widest point, and an 18-inch chain as well. But like I said, a very fresh and different combination, because you get just enough of the sparkle right from that marcasite, just toned down a little bit by its darker color. And then you get the soft glow and the femininity of the rose gold, and then the boldness of the sterling silver. So really everything that we love about jewelry all rolled into one. Now, however, at a savings of $20. Are you catching this price in blue on your screen? $37.96. That retail value makes a whole lot more sense to me. But as somebody who's going to pick it up, the $37 and change makes a lot of sense. But when you consider what you're getting, what a crazy good value. And you're going to see these all throughout the show and all throughout the day on air, because we are spotlighting and celebrating being one of the biggest jewelry stores in the world. And you have repeated online and on air that you love our pieces so much that we're going to give you an extra savings here, $37.96. This is the first day that you've seen it at its low price. There is no reorder available on this pendant and chain. All right, okay. We're going to move on now to our next item, which I will confess to a big crush on. And it's funny how your simpler pieces sometimes, like our Today's Special Value, without bells and whistles and faceted stones and kinds of crazy things that are trends, when you take it down to its basics sometimes, then all of a sudden it makes your jaw drop and you're reminded of why you love the simple things in jewelry. But this still has that Italian design and craftsmanship, which really is boasted as soon as you see it. Now this is going to be your brushed satin hinged cuff, and we've got it in 3 color choices, and I believe we've got it in 2 sizes, the average and the large. This was just reduced today and is now on 5 easy payments. So here are your 2 size choices. We've got an average and a large. In both of them, you've got 3 color choices, all of which are sterling silver. But in these 2, obviously, you are looking at gold, and in this case, 18 karat gold, which is layered over that sterling silver. So your choice of yellow, rose, and then your classic sterling silver in both sizes. The average is on 5 easy payments of $21 and change. The large is $25.80 on an easy pay, which goes away at the end of our visit. And like I said, this is the first time you're seeing it at its low price. Now, Vicenza Silver, we'll be spotlighting and featuring it all throughout the day. But to kind of give you a revisit of it, Italian made, that's what the word Vicenza references when we talk about our pieces in silver and gold. And what I understand from speaking with our buyers is doing a construction like this is rare in our Vicenza line. And by that I mean this right here, this kickstand, because this is an expensive quality and feature to give to a piece of jewelry. And when we go to our Italian designers, you know, to get those really exquisite and high-end features often will result in a much higher price. But here you're looking at an easy pay of $21 and change or $25 and change. Now I'm going to take the sterling one and put that one on because it makes a lot of sense with our Today's Special Value. And we'll show it layered with the Today's Special Value so that you can kind of get a sense of what we're talking about. And can I just say first out of the gate, as a single gal, I love the fact that anything that I can put on by myself and I don't have to go and get help from anybody, I really appreciate. And so you'll see how it just, oh my gosh, that really looks good together. The brushed satin in that sterling silver gives you this glow. Do you see that sheen? And you can see our studio lights just radiating throughout. And that's a deeper texture that you see. On the interior, what you can barely see, kind of see on the ends there, is that high polish look. And you'll see that all the way around that doming in that cuff. It has a substantial look to it, but is still lightweight at the same time. And because it's a sturdier piece, you can do like this and not worry about it dinging or denting. This, by the way, is the Today's Special Value on 2 easy payments of less than $40. And I feel like that's a fabulous combination, the 2 of them together. But we'll also show you that wearing that cuff with maybe your timepiece or your tennis bracelets are still going to make a whole lot of sense too. So it isn't one of those things that you necessarily have to wear on its own. Layer it up and have fun. And speaking of layering, you're going to see it on Deanna right now, who's taken 2 of the same color, which I love, and layered both of those together. I've seen Lisa Robertson do all 3 colors, which is a huge wow. do what fits into your budget, but I think as a standalone piece, this makes a whole lot of sense too. And if you're looking at this and going, oh my gosh, that is such a radiant presence on the wrist, there's a reason for that. And it isn't just the construction, it's the gram weight as well. Because in that average, you're looking at 22.4 grams. And in the large, you're talking 24 grams of sterling silver. And we always call out those gram weights when we really want to drive home the fact that you are getting a lot and you're getting a lot for your money. And I don't want you to think that this is a whisper-thin sheeting of sterling silver that's been rolled in order to give you that bold look. Instead, you've got a lot of sterling silver to give you that bold look as well. And oh my gosh, 3, don't mind if I do. I love it on Brenda too. You get that Wonder Woman look, right? When you stack them up, you get the cuff. You know what, it looks like a cuff when you start to do it that way. And we're always going to play and have fun with those looks to show you that you can. And then you kind of take it into your own style. And the ring that you may notice on Brenda is our sterling silver and onyx carved ring that is coming up shortly as well. And we're going to wardrobe and style and have fun with all of our pieces, as you will too. So let's return and take a look at your choices again. And I'll break down the Easy Pay for you as well. And I love the fact that we've got the large still available in all 3 colors. Although I will tell you that we are limited now in the yellow choice in both the average and the large. So let me go ahead and take mine off so I can show you the whole ensemble. And here we go. All right. But do you see what I mean? You see how all 3 of them together look? I mean, I hate to tempt you, but kind of don't, because I love the look. Sterling silver, yellow gold, 18 karat over sterling silver, and then there is going to be the rose choice. And then in the large, of course, you've got those same 3 choices. The 2 Easy Pays that you see on your screen are the breakdowns of the Easy Pays for both of those sizes. And to show you the boldness of it, we're looking at, and remember it's domed out, but almost a ½ of an inch from side to side. And then I'll go ahead and take the yellow off to show you the interior too, because I neglected to do so because I couldn't wait to get it on my wrist. And there's the interior, that high polish, which you don't see as much obviously when you're wearing it, but every once in a while you kind of catch it at an angle. Look at that beautiful shot right there. Look at that high polished. And then the brushing there. This is the part that made me go, Italian made, simple, but breathtaking at the same time. So let us know which size, which color you choose. Remember, as with all of our sale prices, the only bittersweet news is the prices go up at the end of the sale, hence the limited opportunity, as well as your Easy Pay goes away at the end of our sale. J278889 is your item number for the Vicenza Silver Cup. All right, we're going to check out a big event. We've been very excited about it all week. Our crew is already over there in LA getting set up for our big red carpet event. You check it out and we'll be back because I got a whole lot more pretty sparklies in my tray to share with you, all on sale.
Join QVC live from LA for a star-studded celebration of all things red carpet. Celebrate red carpet style live from the Four Seasons Hotel Los Angeles. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on QVC.
Our testimonial calls are live and uncensored. QVC cannot substantiate and therefore cannot be held responsible for claims made by viewers.
Hi, I'm Pat James Dementry. Mark your calendars for these great shows coming soon on QVC.
Fill your home with the amazing sound of Bose. Shop for innovative audio and home entertainment products as QVC celebrates Bose Month starting this Sunday. And get inspired with some of the hottest tools and techniques for all of your craft projects during Craft Corner. New next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And make your time in the kitchen a little easier and a lot more fun during The Dish with Rachel Ray on March 7th. This winter, don't just shop, Q.
I hope you're just kind of relaxed, casual at home, maybe grabbing a cup of coffee under the blankets because it's so cold outside, right? And just cozy up with us all day long with sterling silver, what we call our big bonanza sale. I want to give you a heads up if you are just tuning in for one of 2 of my picks of the show. Actually, you're going to get a quick look at both of them. But focus for now, if you would, on the Ecclesi watch, which I just heard the lovely Nancy Hornbeck already owns and loves. I've chosen the rose to wear. Oh, and Nancy, hey, we have good taste, gal. Both of us love the rose right here. Your Easy Pay now, and I hate to tell you that Nancy did not get it at this sale price because this is the first time you're seeing it at the sale price. $35.96 is your Easy Pay. And while I'm wearing it in the rose, we've got it available in blue, platinum, and black While this is the first time you're going to see it at this low price, could also be the last time, because at the end of the sale, Easy Pay goes away, price goes up, and I'm hearing that it's already kind of popular. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. Here are your colors: blue, black, platinum, and the rose. And what's great is that you've got one size across the board because you have two removable links that you can take out and adjust it to anybody. So perfect. All right, let's move on. And I kind of gave you a little bit of a tease on this because Brenda was wearing it. I'm wearing it. Is the Sterling and Onyx Waved Dome Ring. Sale price on this, and this is not the Easy Pay, is the price. $69.96. And this is truly a work of craftsmanship and art, and you'll see that when we come in closely. Because while you've got a lot of sterling silver there in waves that sweep across the ring, and I love that, the big wow for me, as somebody who's learning to really appreciate jewelry and how it's crafted and made, is the carved onyx. Because obviously Mother Nature does not just pop out onyx like this. It has to be carved and shaped and polished to be able to then fit in perfectly, like highways, into that sterling silver and be locked right in. And you'll see the waves. I mean, that is gorgeous right there. Now, I do have sizes 6 through 10 available in this ring for now, with a retail value of $165. Let me show you the underside. You even get a look at the onyx underneath there and how gorgeous it is, even on the parts that you're not seeing. But also to show you that it's domed out, so that you don't have this thick and heavy wall of silver and onyx that's going to be cumbersome on the finger. Instead, it's very lightweight, and it stops just shy of the bottom of the ring, so that all you see are just these beautiful rows that sweep across the finger. And I have always, I got to tell you, I've always loved the black and silver combination. I love black and gold as well, but black and silver is kind of, I don't know, futuristic and cutting edge and very sophisticated at the same time. And at the same time goes with everything that you're going to wear. I don't know that you can really say that about every gemstone. Some of the more vibrantly colored ones you may feel are only appropriate with certain collections or certain times of the day. This is day to night. It's casual. It's formal. It's less than $70. And what's really exciting is that we are indeed featuring these gemstones throughout the day, incorporated with our sterling silver. Because if you love silver, then that means you love jewelry, which means you likely love your gemstones too. And onyx is one of those stones that A, I don't feel we see enough, just like the marcasite that we had earlier, and B, I love for the same reason that I love black spinel, because it has a life to it, even though it is a jet black stone. And isn't that funny and almost a paradox, really? Because you would expect the only stones to have life to be your clearer stones, your white stones, your diamonds. But onyx has its own life, because when it's polished up beautifully, it just looks wet and, like I said, sophisticated. And you'll notice that ring on Deanna before we even come in close. Love that she's got it worn there on the middle finger, because it is a bolder ring, so you can certainly feel comfortable enough doing that. This is the first day you're seeing it at its low price. You're now saving $38 off of the QVC price, and like most of our show, there is no reorder available on this piece. Sizes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, where previously our QVC price was $108. See what I mean? When we do sale, we don't just knock off a couple of dollars, we take it big time. $69 and change is $38 off of the QVC price, and you've got 30 days to try it out and love it. J283309 is your item number. Just let us know what size you need. All right, I don't know that we'll have a full presentation on this, but want you to get a look, because we are in very limited quantities on this Mother of Pearl sterling toggle bracelet. Every single station of Mother of Pearl is a carved work of art on 3 easy payments of $24.65. Sale price goes up at the end of our visit. All right, I have a hunch, right? I'm going to call it that this is going to be very, very popular. It is $54.82, and what I ask you to focus in on are the earrings that Brenda's wearing, which look, for all the world, like lace. In fact, it is a lace design. And when you come in closely, it looks for all the world like yards of sterling silver, or in this case, gold, thread that have been wound around hundreds of times around a core to create this work of art, which, for good measure, is then sprinkled with the world's finest simulated diamonds. Diamondique Stones is now less than half off more than half off, is less than half of the retail value and $23 less than the QVC price. And it's available in 3 color choices. So the only thing I have to say to you is good luck in choosing. Let's take a look. Because as a person who just loves femininity in apparel and in jewelry, I think you're going to love this too. So let's take a look. And you know what's great is that it's a bolder look without being a big size. Like, I love the 2-inch hoop earrings, but it's not always practical. So you get the best of both worlds here. And we'll start with what I think is the most limited of our 3 choices. And that is the 18-karat rose gold over sterling silver. You see what I mean where I say it looks like threads that has been just wound and wound by hand, woven. It looks like woven gold. And then when you accent it with those Diamonique stones, it gives it that sparkle. So you have glow from the gold and silver, sparkle from the Diamonique stones, and this open work, lightweight, airy, feminine design. Can you tell I love this? Here in the center is going to be your sterling silver. And this probably looks most like lace than any of them, right? Because that silver is so high polished, so radiant. Look at this fabulous close-up. And these Diamonique stones that, even though they're smaller accent stones, have such a vibrancy to them. Look how they flash in the light. They'll do this in natural light too. So there's your sterling silver, less than $55. And then we get luxe, right? Because 18-karat yellow gold, how much better is it than that? Well, it's better when you plate it over sterling silver to keep it affordable, right? $54, and on that one you can really see those Diamonique stones. And if we stay in on that yellow, I'll give you a measure. From top to bottom, you are looking at, well, just in the lace work itself is 1 inch. We take it up to the shepherd's hook is about 1.5. So the dangle will be 1.5. But the actual, center work of it itself is going to be 1 inch all the way around. So the rose, I understand, is the most popular, but it isn't always the way, is the most limited of our 3 choices. In fact, only 6 dozen remaining in that choice. Remember, price goes up at the end of the sale. And our inventory, once depleted, will not be reordered. So there's a limited opportunity there. And I will show you in the, let's do the sterling. I'll show you front and back as well, because then you don't see those Diamonique stones. But I always love to show you the full profile, because this is what you would do if you were shopping yourself, right? So there's going to be the back. Got to tell you, every bit as gorgeous from the back as it is from the front, right? And how many pieces of jewelry can you say about that? But this is another piece where you look at it and you go, clearly, this is a Vicenza piece. Clearly, it's Italian made, because you can tell there's so much labor involved here. What looks like lace that's been, or thread that's been wound around a core, or even the fact that you know it's been lasered out, because this is a cast sterling silver piece that in some cases is covered in gold, for good measure. And you have to know and be able to appreciate that that takes a lot of effort in order to be created. And now as you see it on Tiana, I mean, this is spring, right? Because while we're calling it lace work, it looks floral as well. And so it has an energy to it. It has a life to it. It has a girliness to it without being a straight up floral, which for some of you would be a little exceedingly girly or feminine. You want to keep it elegant and classic and classy, and in a length that is work appropriate, that is day appropriate, and well into night. So while of course our ladies are all decked out and we enjoy getting all dressed up for these events, keep in mind for most of these pieces, I think we can confidently say they're perfect for whatever you're going to throw its way. And that's where you get the bigger bang for your buck. And that's where, when you're spending $54.82, you can be confident and know that you're getting cost per use out of it, because you'll be wearing it so often. Completely different look now when we see it on Brenda and we see it in the rose. So of course gravitate towards maybe your favorite choice of metal, but don't be afraid to mix it up. If this is your first rose gold or rose gold over silver piece, maybe this is your first opportunity to dive into a color that you haven't tried before, but you're doing it affordably without taking the full plunge into something that's solid gold or a weightier piece that may be more expensive. $54 and change, and you've got 30 days to try it out. All right, remember you've got the 3 color choices, and at the end of our visit, the sale price does go up. There is no reorder available on these earrings. The rose, which has been so popular and is also the most limited, that sterling silver, and then the silver with 18-karat yellow gold made in Italy. Yesterday, because I checked, these earrings were $78, and today they're $54 and change. Patience pays off. All right, coming up, I specifically requested that you get a look at these. Excuse me. because they're less than $30. And you know, I love me a hoop earring, but when it's from Dominique Denoir, one of our sterling designers, it's going to have a twist. See, literally, J284433. It's less than $30. I wouldn't wait on that because I know we didn't have that many to start with. J284433. And then we've got now, drum roll please, most affordable item in the show. And I remember, actually I think the last time I presented this was during our Cree sale, our Cree presentations. And the phone lines went on meltdown then. And really, how can it not? It's $16.96. But you're not just going to drop $16 and change for anything, right? It has to be something that's beautiful. It has to be something that's different. It has to be something that's wearable. And I think that we've knocked it out of the park with this right here. The Sterling Hamsa and Evil Eye bracelet. Only one size because you only need one size. It has an extender, much like a necklace, which I'll show you when we come in closer. But as you see on Brendan, you'll get a close look right now. You're looking at a cast centerpiece of sterling silver, which is then accented with blue and white cubic zircon. So you've got this sparkle and the color and the fire, and then you've got the hammered sterling silver, which gives you just a little bit of like a more muted reflection. You have two light plays happening there. And we'll talk about the symbolism in that Hamsa and Evil Eye. I know many of you already know. And so there's that beautiful little centerpiece. And then what I really love is that we didn't take just a single sterling silver chain, or I should say we did, but we looped it through the link on either side of that center charm. So you have a double strand of sterling silver. And this is what I was talking about when I said it's for virtually all sizes. Because if you wear it as shown on its last link, that's going to be about for an 8-inch wrist. Now, if you take it anywhere from here up to its last link, the last link will take you up to like a 6 3/4. So you have that adjustability. And I appreciate that they did this because I think that this is the perfect giftable bracelet for two reasons. One, it's affordable. And then also, of course, you've got the adjustability of the size. And in fact, I'm hearing a lot of you are getting more than one, which indicates you are picking it up as gifts. But the other reason that I love it as a gift isn't just because it's $17. I love it because there's a meaning to it. And the meaning is this right here. In fact, you've got a double meaning because the Evil Eye, and which I like to call the anti-evil eye, because what it's supposed to do is ward off evil, is combined with the Hamsa, which is that open front-facing palm. And for thousands of years, this has been worn as, or symbolism of, also warding off evil, as though you're stopping it in its tracks with your open hand. And when you combine that with the anti-evil eye, then you've got both of those symbolisms combined together. And there you see 925, made in Turkey, so you know. But once you've got it set as, you know, your size on your wrist, it will lay flat like this, and you'll always have that shown. And from afar, it just looks like this beautiful panel of sterling silver with gemstones sprinkled throughout. But when you come in close and you start to understand that meaning, then all of a sudden you go, oh my gosh, what a great value at $16.96. The last time I presented this, I called out that this would be something I would love to gift to my own daughter. For one, knowing that she could take the size down and then grow into it. And also because at $16 and change, were it to get misplaced, it wouldn't be a tragedy. But because, again, you've got that meaning behind it, and maybe this is that good luck charm that you're gifting to your sister or your daughter, and explain to them that meaning if they don't know the symbolism. And because it's so lightweight, they're wearing it all the time, or they're wearing it with their timepiece, and it becomes something that they love day to day to day. And you've only paid $17 for it. J276676, stay on the lines for that. Consider more than one because A, you've got the great sale price, and if you pick up more than one, we take half off of your shipping and handling. All right, just a couple of minutes away from another under $20 piece. Can you believe that was the most affordable, but we still have $20, $30 items. These are $19 and change for these sterling open work drop earrings. Another one of those pieces, I can't believe all the labor that must have gone into making this happen. Looks like just drops of water dropping down, less than $20. Well, my goodness. This time was, jewelry shows always go by too fast. And I'm looking down, we're already 40 minutes in, which means it's time for my first pick of the show. Remember, I've got two, but you guys are already falling in love with this, I see. 5 easy payments of $35.96 for the Ecclesi watch with Druzy quartz gemstones all the way around. The only bad news I have for you on this, well, is actually twofold. This watch will not be reordered. Boo. And also, at the end of our visit, the sale price will go up. Your easy pay is less than $36 for this fabulous, chunky, there's a lot of sterling silver happening here, but more importantly than that, there's a lot of fabulous, gorgeously crafted druzy quartz. The druzy has become the bracelet of the timepiece. So there's not a single micromillimeter that isn't drenched in color and detail. Let's go through your color choices before I get carried away. So I've been wearing, and I understand our own Nancy Hornbeck owns, the rose choice. And you'll notice that the face of the watch will match back to the color of the druzy. So here is your rose, which you see there on the face. It's like a fabulous rose gold face. And look at this. Cushion, round, cushion, round. Here are your triple links. You're going to get 2 removable links on this, so you can take it from that 6 1/4 inch to the 8 inch wrist, and those druzy pieces continue on, all of them wrapped in textured sterling silver. Wow. Okay, here's the blue. Radiant blue there on the face, and how perfectly have we matched the faces of the watch with the druzy, and oh my word. What I love about blue druzy, well, actually, what I love about druzy in general, it takes color like a sponge. And when you do it in the blue, it's almost a misnomer because you get violet and fuchsia and purple and black and white drenched through all of those stones that go all the way around. So there it is in the blue. 5 easy pays, goes away at the end of the day. Here it is in the platinum. This is the most limited now of all of our choices. What looks like a solid plate of sterling silver matches perfectly with that intense, and I love that we call this the platinum, but for all the world looks like diamonds crunched up and drenched in platinum and then wrapped in sterling silver, goes all the way around. If you're a silver lover, like you're shopping the day because you love sterling silver straight up, then this is going to be your choice, I think. And then, remember what I was saying about how I love black and silver combined? Here's your black choice. So there you have that black face, contrasts beautifully with that sterling silver, and then the black druzy, which, remember how we talk about black spinel and how it loves light? Same with the black druzy, and you even get flashes of color. See greens in there and purple? So you're not just really, in every single choice, you're not just choosing one color. You're getting a rainbow in every single one. And that is why we have fallen in love with druzy at QVC. That's why you, our customers, have fallen in love with it as well. I'm going to do 2 things. Show it to you on me, because it's also paired with my second pick of the show as well. And to give you a sense of how this is going to fit, all right, so what you've got here, and I've taken it down to like its smallest size. I've taken out the links because I've got about a 6 1/2 inch wrist, and I still have a little bit of bracelet action happening there. If you choose, though, you can leave those links in, and it will have more movement and fluidity to it and be more like a bracelet. So you can change your mind daily on that. Love that. This is my second pick of the show coming up, by the way, at the end of our show. And so now that we've taken a look at it that way, let's give you a little bit of a tour, because you're getting 6 of those druzy stones in 2 different cuts. And before I get into the details, I already have to give you an update. In the blue, there are 3 dozen remaining. That is it. Fewer than 2 dozen in the platinum, and that is it. And if that sounds like a lot, let me remind you, this is the big bonanza sale, and there's a lot of your friends watching. Okay, so here's all that blue druzy that goes all the way. We didn't just stop at giving you 1 cut. We did 2 to vary it up. And each of those stones is really triple wrapped, it looks to me, in layers of sterling silver to show you that lift. But do you see how beautifully smooth that druzy is? This is the difference in QVC druzy. And I'll explain, because if you've shopped for druzy elsewhere, you know they don't all look like that. Here's the underside. Love this. You know how we show you the undergallery of our rings and they look so beautifully fashioned? We've done that in the watch too. You're never going to see this angle when you wear it, but look how detailed that is. Stainless steel back on the timepiece itself there in the center. You want that to keep it strong and safe. And then this is that look that you get. And because every single station is hinged, you're going to have that bracelet effect. But what I do want to mention or reiterate here, do you see how smooth that druzy is? It's going to be the same in every single one, regardless of the color that you get, and yours at home. If you shop druzy elsewhere, and I encourage you to do so, really, because that will be a big wow for you, you'll notice that most of the druzy you see at other retailers have a lot of height and lift and undulations and waves to it, and you do not want that, because you don't want the stones to be chunky and rough and catching on your clothing. But cheap druzy is just that. Here at QVC, we dump a lot of druzy out the window. and we pare it down to the very finest. Thank you, Brenda, for showing that. As she moves it, you can see how smooth that is. That's the top tier of the Druzy quartz. Then we saturate it in color, and then for good measure, we drown it in sterling silver and make it into a timepiece. I mean, when you put all that together, you're looking at a crazy good value, and $35.96 is your easy pay. And that's all you're paying for the first 30 days to get it home. And when you get it home, try it on. And as gorgeous as they're going to look on our lovely ladies, I will tell you that the lights in here barely even do justice to our gemstones. So as fabulous as they look right now, wait until you get it home and put it in lamplight and candlelight and sunlight. It lights on fire. And that's why so many of you pick up one Druzy piece going, well, I'll give it a try. It's something I haven't tried before. And you go, wait a minute. But it's easy to get carried away. You know, it's a kind of stone that you can do in. You really hit the nail on the head with the timepiece because you've got just enough of the stone to let you know that it's there without being heavy or weighty or maybe competing with the other jewelry that you're wearing. All right. So here's the situation. The blue and the platinum are now down to fewer than a dozen. I am wearing, and have to tell you, I'm a huge advocate of the rose. And the reason that I feel like it has a femininity to it, just in rose in general, because I love the bronzo and I love the rose gold. And so it has a softness to it. But I love it too because it's like you are wearing gold and silver at the same time, which means as I'm wearing it with a rose and sterling silver bracelet, if I choose, I can change that up and wear it with the Today Special Value next to it, and that's all sterling silver, and it doesn't look like a contradiction. Or I can wear yellow gold with it, and that doesn't look like a contradiction. So I feel like maybe this is the bigger workhorse or versatile piece in all of your color choices. But for those of you who are just so enamored of the life and the fire, and you know, you're one of those like just, hey, I want to tell you how much I love this Druzy, you choose the blue. You want maybe your more staple pieces, like the platinum or the black. Like I said, the only bad news or the bad thing is having to choose which one you want. Let me show you also, and I'll show you on the black, the links that you've got. And you're used to this, you know, from your timepieces, but you've got that one hinge link here. But if you choose, you can then remove this link, and that will come out entirely. And that buys you about another inch down on the watch. Although I got to tell you, even if you have a much smaller wrist, don't be afraid to wear it as is, because there's a reason we call it a bracelet watch, right? You can wear it as a bracelet too. J272215, the first of my 2 picks of the show, and actually the only timepiece in the show. The blue is now sold out. Lock in that easy pay. The platinum sold out too? Oh, okay. Platinum's gone, blue's gone, so now down to the rose and the black. Remember, that easy pay opportunity, as fabulous as it is, goes away at the end of our visit, and the price goes up. So I was pairing my Rose Ecclesi watch with the Rose Choice and this bangle, which just happens to be the second of my 2 picks of the show. Only actually it's a choice of earrings or bangle, all of which have this triple row of pave glittered. The reviews on this say again and again, you say it's glitter, but it looks to me like crushed up diamonds that's just poured into these rows of sterling silver or silver covered in gold. 4 easy payments for both the earrings available in 1 inch and 1.5 inch, or the bangle with your choice of the average or the large. Fabulous sale prices. Here are the earrings. Here are the earrings. There's the bangle. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that because there's a lot of ways you can mix it up and play. All right. So remember I said, oh, we have the most affordable item in the show, and it was $16 and change. I was excited about that. And believe it or not, as great as that is, we actually are keeping that similar price point rolling in the show with a $19. If you're still on the phone for the watch, ask your order entry operator to throw in the earrings, because really they're $19 and change. Look at your retail value of $49, which makes, of course, a lot of sense. Look at, I could do this all day long. Are you kidding? And remember I said earlier, it's like raindrops, or have you ever seen one of those like water garden features where the water's rolling down a mirror or on rock and it's just rolling? I mean, that's what that looks like to me. And the way that's laser cut out is just perfection. So these are your diamond cut open work earrings, less than $20. Here's where you're also, just like with the Hamsa bracelet, think about the birthdays that you have coming up. Or if you're like me, I got the little closet it in the hallway and I throw the future Christmas presents in there so that come December, I'm not in a panic. From top to bottom, you're looking at 2 inches. And then the actual pendant itself is going to be about 1 1/4 inch. And then from side to side, you're looking at about 1 inch in width as well. This beautiful oversized teardrop shape. If it were a solid panel of sterling silver, or honestly, I got to tell you, even if it was just the wire, you know, just kind of looping around like an open work at less than $20, knowing that it's sterling silver, I'd say that was great. But because you have this, and can you see my finger through that open work design? There you go. You kind of see through it a little bit. You see how open that is? So every single individual mini teardrop within has its own reflection. And that's why when we move it back and forth like this, it's like the entire piece is moving from within and has an energy within it. And that is why when I see something like this, I go, okay, it's less than $20. And I think about what I spent on my last piece of costume jewelry. I say this all the time. I do that comparison. Because I go out and I shop at the, you know, the fun little mixer stores with my daughter, and we're picking all those little, you know, like the resin pieces that you're going to be tired of a couple of weeks from now. And they're $15, $20. And I go, well, that's okay, because you're going to get some use out of it, right? But this you're going to own and enjoy 10 years down the road, because it's sterling silver. If you polish it up and you take good care of it, it will last you a lifetime. But it's still the same cost as those throwaway pieces. And I'm hearing that a lot of you are taking my suggestion and picking up more than one, because you go, well, I love it, yay, but my sister's gonna love it. Or, you know, my daughter's teachers at the end of the year. Think about those, you know, all the ones that we rattle off during the Christmas to kind of help you out there. Do that same checklist now, because you'll thank yourself when it's time for that gift to be given. And you'll thank yourself because you picked up more than one and also saved half off, like $2.50. You'll save every time you pick up another, because we take half off of the shipping and handling as well. J286395 is your item number. Okay, so we got a little bit of time left. Let me go ahead and pop this on. But I'll do my little hair trick where I cover up the other ear so you can't see that I have a different earring on the other ear. See that? Okay. I have a different earring over here, but if I foof the hair forward, you have no idea, right? Of course, I just told everybody in America. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, first of all, do you see this happening, this back and forth, and this light? That's the fun part, all right? And then when you come in closer, you see the open work design, and then that's the feminine part. Just like the lace work that we had in the flower earrings earlier. Look at that. All right, so there's like my fourth item that I'm going to be picking up in the show, if you leave me any, at the end of the show. I always race to the computer at the end of my shows, and I go, all right, so I want this, it's sold out. I want this, oh, there's still one. And this will be one that I'm shopping for as well. J286395 is your item number. Stay on the lines for that, because it's very popular. Okay. Ooh, okay. So I'm hearing in a little bit we're going to have one of my favorites. We call it the quick takes, where we have like 2 minutes to spend on a whole bunch of items, and that's coming up after our break. And then after that, today's special value, 2 easy payments of $39.93. I got a fun little story to tell you about how much I love and why I love this bracelet. And of course, you're going to love it because it's a lot of sterling silver, almost 17 grams on an easy pay that goes away at the end of the day. Small, average, and large are available. All right, I changed into my running shoes. Just kidding, not really. But it's time for our quick takes, where we go fast and furious. There are a whole lot of really great values that we don't have a lot of quantities on, but want you to get a look. So this is where I say, if you have a pen nearby, maybe you jot down some item numbers, because we're going to move quick. And oh my gosh, are we going to start with some fabulous color. Sale price less than $300, and we've rolled it into 4 easy payments of $74.75. For 7-carat total weight of not just turquoise, which you see, of course, but you've got a lot of other gemstones happening in here, and let me take you through a quick little tour of what you're getting. So we're talking about, and of course you see those substantial cabochons of turquoise, which are offset just like they were randomly poured into that sterling silver, but you've also got blue topaz, Swiss, sky, and London blue. So you've got 3 different shades. But do you notice that green? The green is chrome diopside, which we love for its similarity, of course, to emeralds. And I love because it's much more affordable. There's your kickstand there on the cuff itself, which we already talked about earlier, and how much we love, how easy it is to get on and off. And there's your underside where you can see all of that beautiful turquoise. It's domed out so that you have height and lift for us to fit more gemstones in there. And then do you see how the sterling silver itself is beaded within the backdrop of all of these stones? So it looks like you've got even more stones in there. From top to bottom, you're looking at just over, or I should say right under, 3/4 of an inch. And this is available in only our average size. So if you're about anywhere from 6.5 up to 7.25 inch, this is going to be your size. This is the first day you're seeing it at its low price. That easy pay opportunity does go away at the end of our visit. And like I said, it's your first time at staying at less than $300. But if you lock it in on that easy pay, your commitment, of course, is just $74.75. Are you ready for this? You're saving $154 off of the original QVC price. No reorder on this because, frankly, even if we got it in, we could not do it. At this value, we now have only a dozen remaining in this gorgeous cuff. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I know broken record here, but this is one of those where if there are any left at the end of the show, I'm picking one up. I've become obsessed really lately with turquoise, and I love that it's evolved into a year-round stone where I think previously we thought for some reason it was only like a spring and summer thing, which I never understood. Look at this turquoise multi-strand necklace. So this is a torsade design. As you can see, and torsade means twist, we've twisted it loosely on Brenda there. You can actually twist it up tighter, make it shorter. It starts out at 18 inches long. This is on an easy pay. Oh, this is going to sell out. $33.21 is your easy pay. Your easy pay opportunity goes away at the end of the day. And we've taken $50 off of the QVC price. This is why I'm a little worried. Just leave me one, is all I ask. This is how it's going to come to you. And you certainly can just wear it like this, loose and lovely, kind of like is on here. But if you choose, you start to twist it up. And when you twist it, it gets a little bit shorter, and then all those turquoise beads, they get tighter, and then you've got this amazing presentation of hundreds of turquoise gemstones. Individually, they're about 4 millimeters, all those beads. But you've got what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, so you've got 6 individual strands, and you see how you've got a substantial sterling silver chain. But really, when you wear it, all you're really seeing, just like we saw in Brenda, is the stones itself. And so that strand or chain of sterling silver really kind of gets obscured, or maybe just see a little bit of a hint of it. And while it's 18 inches long, you can actually take the lobster claw as high up onto that chain as you like. You can turn it into a choker if you like. Versatile, fabulous, easy pay, $33.21. I love it for its subtle southwestern look as well. Moving on. I told you it would be fast. And it is time for one of the few rings, really, that we have in our show, because we don't have very many. I'm going to take off the onyx and put this one on, too. And this, here's what I love about this ring right here. We've taken a lot, or a large presentation of sapphire, in this case, 8.5 carats. Before I even get into details, take a look at your sale price in blue. That's not an easy pay. That's the price. $69.84 for 8.5 carats of sapphire, set in sterling silver and faceted, as you can see. It's this deep blue, a very romantic blue. And what it is not an entire, what you're used to seeing, faceted stone, and by that I mean one with a culet and a base to it. This is a slice of sapphire with a height to it that has then been faceted. So it looks like your deeper or typical stone like this, right? But what it is actually a slice that has a dome to it. This is what it looks like up close. And you'll get a sense of that blue. Oh my gosh, almost matches the little form there that it's on. But you see just a little bit of that white, that milkiness that runs through, and then that faceting, which gives it that life. And then it's set in all that silver, which is swooped around and has a texture to it and a life. Look at that. I even catch a little flashes every once in a while when I do like that. Here it is on me. So you get a sense of that color. All right, down now to sizes 6, 7, and 8 only. In fact, previously we did have a ruby choice in this, and the ruby is now sold out. It has such a height to it. But if you were to have a depth to that stone as well, it would not be $69.84. That's why I love the value here. You get the boldness, the color, the size, without the cost. There's fewer than 100 remaining. Lock in that less than $70 price, because at the end of the visit, price goes back up. All right, final quick take. Last time I presented this was in our full hour of amethyst. We had so much fun hearing from our February babies. And it's back, only now it's back at a much lower price, because you've got 3 sizes available, small, average, and large, and they're all available now on 4 easy payments. Your 4 easy pay opportunity goes away at the end of the day, and no reorder is available on this cuff bracelet. I mistook this when I first saw it as one of our Israeli pieces, because it has this texture and this movement and this organic nature to it, and which you see in the sterling silver, and then sprinkled, again, almost like that turquoise where we took a handful of stones and just tossed it into this river of sterling silver. So you have various sizes in amethyst cabochons and deep purple there, because remember, they're not all the same. And they play beautifully with that high polish, bright sterling silver. Look at that texture. So you already have rivers of sterling silver running throughout, but within those rivers, you've got deep texture, and you can't cut into sterling silver unless it's thick to begin with, and that's what you've got right here. In fact, I'll start off by showing you a side profile. Look how thick that is. And then when I turn it straight on, look at the color pops. Even in smaller stones, if the quality of the stone is good, then you get a real deep and rich color. This is like plum amethyst. Smaller stones, larger stones, extra large stones, and 3 size choices. But don't be afraid if you're kind of on the cusp of going to the smaller size, because it is flexible and it is that sterling silver, then you have flexibility there. I'm sorry, which one's almost gone? The small. So if you're choosing the small, which has an easy pay of $42 and change, that one is almost gone. But let me break it down for you with a few seconds remaining. Small, $42.25 is your easy pay. The average, $44.75. And in the large, you're looking at an easy pay of $46. Price goes up at the end of the visit. And in this case, the easy pay also goes bye-bye at the end of our visit as well. So depending on what size you choose, you're saving up to $91 off of the QVC price. You know what? Even if if you're not a February baby and you just love purple, this is such a steal. All right, take a look at a couple of items that we won't have time to present, but we want you to get a look. Eee! Oh gosh, I can't present this? Boo! My producer knows that labradorite, like, I'm obsessed with, right? It's one of my favorite gemstones. And here it is in a cuff, a fabulous cuff at, what? Look at that easy pay, $21 and change for the small, and free shipping and handling as well. You see the life in that labradorite stone? I mean, wait until you get it home. We have an average and a large available there. You notice how I kind of talk slow there so I can have a little mini presentation? All right, also limited quantities in this Limon Quartz Rose Design Enhancer, 28 carats at less than $90. I'm sorry, how many remain? Only about 8 dozen total, and that is it. Love the color on that. I love how we paired it with that golden sterling silver there. It's just beautiful. All right. All right, a couple of minutes to spend